Distance learning has become a lifeline for many learners. This is Dr. Leya Ouko Ouambo. Hello everyone, this is Dr. Leya Ouko Ouambo, and today I'm thrilled to share the journey behind my PhD in education. And this is with a focus on distance education and how we can better support students in marginalized and disadvantaged situations. My research began with one simple question, and this question was, can personal support truly change the learning outcomes for students who study from a distance? I can comfortably tell you that the answer I discovered is a resounding yes. Distance learning has become a lifeline for many learners, especially after the COVID-19. In Africa, where I am right now, it opens doors for those who can't always access traditional classrooms due to geography, finances, or family responsibilities. Now, with flexibility, there comes isolation. Many distance learners struggle to stay motivated, connected, and also supported. So for me, during this journey, I wanted to understand how personal support, this is mentorship, counseling, and also academic guidance, influence success, especially in universities that serve large and diverse populations. Now, let me delve into what my research focused on, and this was on two leading African universities, the University of Nairobi, which is in Kenya, and the University of Sheikh Anta Diop in West Africa, in Senegal. These two universities represent East and West Africa, and with regions that have strong commitment to expanding digital education, but also facing similar barriers. Limited internet connectivity, high costs, outdated curricula, and socio-cultural pressures. And this is especially for women who balance family and education. I worked with about 250 distance learning students. These were men and women across faculties of education, business, science, and health. And I wanted to explore how personal support affects their performance. My study had three key objectives. The first one was to examine how personal support relates to students' academic performance. The second objective was to compare how support systems function between Kenya and Senegal, where we have these two universities. And my third objective was to recommend ways to strengthen those systems for distance learners. My work was guided by Moore's transactional distance theory, and this theory looks at the psychological and communication gap between the teacher and the learner. The theory emphasizes that distance isn't just physical, it's emotional and relational. And the smaller that distance becomes, the more students thrive. I used the descriptive research method and collected data through structured questionnaires, both in English and in French, to be able to represent both universities and their geographical locations. My data, I analyzed it using statistical tools as regression, correlation, and goodness of fit tests. And the results were powerful, I can tell you. At the University of Nairobi, personal support explained 62% of students' performance variance. At the University of Sheikh Anta Diop in Senegal, it explained 52%. So this is above 50% for both universities. In simple terms, when learners received more personal support, their performance improved dramatically. For every single unit increase in personal support, performance rose by about 0.78 points in Kenya and 0.72 in Senegal. So what does personal support look like in practice? It's about creating human connection in digital education. And how can we do this? So first, mentorship and academic advising, which guides students through their course and help them navigate challenges. Secondly, counseling services addressing mental health, motivation, and confidence issues. There is also peer networks, which fosters belonging and reduces isolation. Then the instructor availability, because the instructor has to be there for the students, and this ensures there's regular communication and feedback for that student. Technological infrastructure is key as it improves digital access and online learning tools. These strategies, when integrated, don't just enhance performance, they build resilience, confidence, and inclusivity in education. My study concludes that personal support is not luxury. It's a necessity in distance education. We must invest in counseling units, mentorship programs, and technology that connects students to teachers and peers. Institutions need to train faculty in personalized engagement, create peer-to-peer mentoring, and offer workshops on stress and time management. Supporting marginalized learners, whether it's in refugee camps, rural areas, or urban communities, means designing education that listens, responds, and empowers. This PhD journey wasn't just about research. It was about redefining access to learning. To every student studying from afar, remember, you are not alone. And to every institution, policymaker, and educator, it's time we make distance learning truly inclusive and humane. This is Dr. Leya Ouambo. Thank you very much. Distance learning has become a lifeline for many learners. This is Dr. Leya Ouko Ouambo.